I want you to imagine for a minute that you owned your own business. You have money coming in, but you have no budget for money's going out. See, you spend freely. There's no budget at all for any categories. And you just, if something comes up, you buy it. If you want something, you get it for the business. And your expenses have no budget. Now, you would all agree that this plan will fail over time. This business will go out of business because of no accountability in this process of budgeting for the finances of the company. Now, if we know this is true on the business side, why do we run our personal finances differently? Why don't we have a budget for our personal finances, for the money that's coming into our households? And most people don't do this. Most people don't have a plan on really putting together a budgeting plan to ensure they're not overspending. I love this quote by John Maxwell. It says, budgeting is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. See, when we don't have a budget, we don't tell our money what to do. Our investments are not as strong. We're not saving enough money. We're not paying down our debt as quickly as we want because we're just spending freely with no limit. See, I know that you don't want to be limited. You work hard and you don't want to be limited to a number. But the bottom line is businesses do it this way to be successful. You need to do it as well. And as uncomfortable as it is to do a budget, it's to your benefit, to your family's benefit to do a budget. Studies say that 8 out of 10 people do not do a budget. And the 2 out of 2 that do it, one of them doesn't do it correctly. So the fact is that we all need to do a budget, but the question is how. Over the next few posts, I'm going to be sharing with you practical steps on how to do a budget in a way that's practical for you and your spouse to control. Something that you can do. I know in my past, when I've done budgets over the years, when I didn't know how to do it, it was a strain. I would do a budget, my wife would break it. It was just not a way, I wasn't doing it right. It was frustrating. So when I tried to do it, I did it the wrong way. And by doing it the wrong way, I got frustrated and I stopped doing it because it didn't work. When I learned how to do a budget, it became fun. Actually, when I did a budget, I found out that I was overspending on certain categories. I had no idea. Doing a budget actually gives you a raise because you're finding monies on where you're overspending, and what you can do with that extra money, you can do whatever you want. You can give it away. You can pay down your debt, as I mentioned before. You can invest into your retirement. There's tons of things to do.